Hi, Sonia and Darren. Good evening, everyone, from the Hartford newsroom. Yeah, the Judiciary Committee has approved repeal of the death penalty 3 times in the recent past, and there is every indication that it is about to approve it again. Nearly 200 people signed up for today's hearing, the overwhelming majority made up of family members of murder victims that are for repeal.
There's no doubt about that. The folks that are going to take the time to come here really want change. Unfortunately, I do believe there's a silent majority out there that still supports the death penalty as a critical part of our criminal justice system.
My point in highlighting the victims who are against it is not to say that they're all on my side. It's to indicate that this public discourse we've been having for a long time about the victims want the death penalty is not accurate.
But for those opposed to repeal, like Kimberly Sundquist, whose uncle was murdered, it's really about the Cheshire home invasion crime.
People are kidnapped and tortured for 8 hours and then lit on fire. I don't see any other reason why we should make their life worth more than those victims.
Our son was murdered in 1983. I don't believe that somebody who has committed murder ought to be guaranteed that the same fate will not happen to him.
Among the advocates for repeal today, a new spokesman, the recently retired chief of the Hartford Police Department.
After serving for 30 years in Hartford, and I see that the death penalty is really not a deterrent, and it's not an aid to law enforcement.
Another opponent of the death penalty is a 22-year veteran of the Correction Department and a former deputy commissioner.
If our purpose in society is to limit violent offenses, those that result in capital charges, what we're doing with the death penalty clearly doesn't work.
It is widely believed that there is strong support for repeal of the death penalty in the Connecticut House of Representatives. It is considered much closer in the state Senate, where that vote, we are told, hinges on the vote of State Senator Edith Prague of Columbia, who remains undecided, as we have reported to you earlier. This bill is expected, when it does get final approval from this committee, to move on to the state Senate very, very rapidly, perhaps in the next few weeks. And as you know, Governor Malloy is in favor of repeal. Live from the Hartford newsroom, Mark Davis, News 8.